When we are studying the connection between language and gender, how is it relevant to look at greeting cards? Well, let me tell you about one that I once received. I was about, 5 years old, maybe 6 or 7, I don't, something like that, in that range. And my birthday rolled around, and I got a birthday card from my aunt, my dad's sister. I was thrilled and opened the envelope. It was one of those cards that's in several parts, so turn over pages to see more of the message. And it was kind of like this. It was very pink, and it had an image of a girl on it. She was holding a balloon, which we don't have in this one, but it kind of overall looked kind of similar. And I do remember that it said on the first page, because you are so sweet, on the second page, because you are so nice, those kinds of things. And then the conclusion is, I don't know, something about, that's why I hope you have a wonderful birthday, something like that. And oh, I just felt so conflicted because clearly it's such a nice card, so wonderful of her to send it to me. And yet I felt very, very troubled. You know, this aunt of mine lived very far, and so I hardly knew her. I had maybe met her a couple of times. And I think that's why when she sent me this card, I just thought, oh, she doesn't actually know that none of these things are true of me. Um, just in terms of personality, I didn't feel that there was I was doing things wrong up to that point, but I wasn't like that girl in the picture there. I was kind of a brooding, very serious child. I spent a lot of time thinking about serious thoughts. I wasn't cute and nice and sweet, or at least I didn't see myself that way. So at that age, I didn't have any skills or cognitive tools to analyze the situation. I just figured, oh, this card is telling me what I should be, and I'm not that. I don't own anything pink. I don't wear dresses. So I'm all wrong. And, that card really bothered me for a long time. So that's an example of the kind of thing that can happen. It may be kind of extreme, but, you know, it's there. It happened. In general, I would say when you go to look at greeting cards in a store, they come in predetermined categories, which are often gendered by the manufacturer and gendered unnecessarily. If it's a birthday, why would gender have anything to do with the fact that you stayed alive while the Earth made a rotation around the sun? Yeah, the gendering is unnecessary. And it's not just that the cards are divided into these categories, but the images and text on them give additional content to the messages on the cards, so that half of the population is being praised for being sweet, for being pleasant to other people, for being well behaved, and for being physically attractive to other people. And so the cards often specify attributes that are gendered that people are supposed to have. So this is, in fact, a form of gender policing. And further, it's interesting because it can be difficult to detect gender policing is what's going on, at least when you're 7 years old. It's hard to figure that out. And therefore, it's difficult to raise an objection to it, partly because what we see is this such nice images. The whole enterprise of a greeting card is so nice, and generally cards look very pleasant and inconsequential. So these are the kinds of reasons why greeting cards can tell us really interesting things about gender.